Are you under any stress at home, at work, Mrs. Thomas? Not since I left my job. Life is good. I don't have to deal with unpleasant people or untrained, unskilled bosses. She smiled. That is a loaded answer, the surgeon acknowledged with interest as she continued to view the woman's records. She was now scanning the interpretive data from the echocardiograph, which showed images of the heart with the existence of sound waves. Truthfully speaking, the older woman continued, I just retired. I had to. My supervisor was not a reasonable person. Her expectations and visions for our department were unrealistic and harsh. The woman could not talk to people. So it was time to say goodbye to her and the job. No hard feelings. It was just time for me to begin a new chapter of my life. I know a little bit about starting over, admitted Aaron sadly. It can be very hard. Only if you don't prepare for it. There are some things a person simply can never prepare for, she concluded. Such as? Probed Mrs. Thomas gently as she watched the doctor closely. The attractive young surgeon continued to study the computer screen, but at hearing the other woman's question, she looked up. Betrayal? Deception? Why had she answered the question so truthfully? This was a hospital. She was at work, seeing patients, not in a therapist's office talking about her personal life. I am so sorry, Mrs. Thomas. That remark was not at all professional. Forgive me. It has been a difficult morning, she said, remembering the bathroom scene and the anxiety she was experiencing because of her lost hospital identification badge. If she didn't locate it soon, she would have to contact security and have them deactivate the ID, which permitted access to highly restricted areas of the hospital and could definitely cause a breach of security if the right person found it. No need to be. You shouldn't censor what you feel. Yes, deception isn't an easy thing to deal with. Being lied to and turned on is hurtful. But we know every person is capable of it. It's a good practice to always keep that bit of information tucked away in the back of your head. It doesn't make the truth easy to handle, but the shock might not be so great. I wish I'd been given that advice early in my life, she admitted. It's very sound and even practical. It took me some time to realize it. Of course, the Bible helps a lot. Are you a godly woman? The doctor asked unexpectedly. The question had been formulating in her head for some time, but she hadn't intended to voice it until Mrs. Thomas's confession. Then the words just seemed to tumble from her mouth, all by themselves. The woman gave Aaron an inquiring glance, thoughtful, but brief. That question has never been put to me like that before, but yes, I trust in the Lord. Why do you ask? Would you pray for me? My personal life is in turmoil. I just need a little direction and a lot of courage, she stated. My boyfriend, recently ex, is getting married, and I'm having a hell of a time dealing with it. I see, she said quietly. There was empathy in her voice. I simply would like a little divine intervention because I want to hate him, but I can't. I want to curse him, but truthfully, all I feel for him is love. Yes, I was despicably betrayed, but I keep remembering the good times, the happy moments. How can that be? I don't know. Perhaps what you and this man has cannot be explained by mere words. Perhaps your relationship is too complex to be defined. Maybe the friendship hasn't ended. The separation might be what you both need. He might need the space to realize just how important you are and what he is about to lose.